What's up guys, today we're talking about gym training for runners. I got a pair of dumbbells with me. We're gonna get into a seated dumbbell press, really challenge that midline and that overhead mobility, and an overhead dumbbell lunge, another little challenge. I think you're gonna like it. Guys, before we get into this couplet of seated presses and overhead lunges, I just want you to know that we got a little free little set of workouts that we want to send you. It's going to be at the end of the video. We'll talk about it. Of course, if you want to get there right now, you can go ahead and hit that link in the description. But we got a little bundle of some great little strength training videos that are going to really make a big difference for you. Now, back to our little workout here. We're going to be working on these two movements with a pair of dumbbells. They can be done in a gym, but they can also be done in a hotel gym or strength training or anything else. And what we're going to be working on is 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. I'm giving you guys this range because if you're a beginner athlete, you might start with 3 sets. Over the next couple weeks, you could add that 4th and that 5th set in. And of course, you could add those repetitions in there as well. Hey, the other way we can make this thing harder is, guess what? Grab a heavier pair of dumbbells. In the next little clip, I'm gonna break down exactly how to do these movements, what to look for, what not to look for, and how to perform. All right, our first exercise, guys, is going to be a seated press. We're actually gonna take this traditional shoulder press, which you do in the standing position, and we're gonna take our hips and our legs out of the equation a little bit. And it's gonna force us to work a little bit harder from here. It's also just gonna challenge our mobility and our range a little bit more too. So I'm just gonna start in this seated position right now on the ground. And you'll notice that when you wanna relax, it's gonna look something like this. A lot of us with tight hamstrings, we're gonna see this little round in the low back. You're gonna notice just by trying to sit upright, all of a sudden these hamstrings come on tension. For a lot of you guys, you're not gonna be able to do this with a straight back unless you bend your knees. So a little knee bend in this is okay. Ideally, we wanna go as straight as possible. The other thing I could do is elevate my butt with a little pad or mat or something just to get myself elevated a little bit. I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. These are gonna be on either side of me. And what we're gonna work on is a press where I'm gonna have dumbbells on either side of my shoulders. I'm gonna work on pressing both up at the same time and back down. I'm showing you without the weights just yet because it's easier for me to talk and hold my arms up overhead. Ideally, what I wanna see as I press is that my arm is straight up, connected through my ear, my shoulder to my hip. And basically the dumbbells aren't here, they're not out to the side. And as I press, they don't go forward, right? So there's gonna be a movement where I'm gonna tend to wanna go here, something like that. I'm gonna really have to struggle to be up here. So these dumbbells are gonna look like this. I'm gonna press on up, come back down, press on up, come back down, really working from here. My other little things that I like to do is to really flex my quads a little bit. I find a little stability here is helpful. I'm just showing you facing forward. I'm here, feet together, point those toes. I ain't a gymnast, but I like to pretend to be one every once in a while when I do these movements. I'm gonna go up here, squeeze my belly button, press up overhead, press up overhead, boom. All right, I've done 4, I got 6 more to go. I'll see you in the next little piece. We'll talk about that overhead lunge. So, with our lunges, guys, it's really one of my kind of favorite bang for your buck, lower leg exercises for runners because it builds our hips, it gets our hamstrings and our glutes firing along with our quads. It also forces us to balance and stabilize a little bit too. So we got a lot going on when we do this regular lunge. Now, before I add complexity to this movement with the dumbbells in this overhead movement, we just want to review what that lunge is. I want to step. My hips are square, my rib cage is pulled down because I'm prioritizing that spine and spinal position. I'm gonna drop down so that my front shin is nice and vertical. The reason why I do that is because it keeps this load back in the hips as opposed to forward in this knee. So point 1, I'm very tall, abs are on, hips are square. Point 2, I drop down so that front shin's nice and vertical. You'll notice if you see that in a mirror and you start to see your knees going forward, that's a good giveaway that something's a little bit off. So once I've practiced this lunge, and this feels good, just another little addition in there just to make sure that you're stable, is to step, pause for a second so you have that stability before you drop. That's just a way of helping things out. Next thing we're gonna do, grab our dumbbells. And we could do dumbbells at different levels. Now, we're gonna build up to an overhead lunge with this dumbbell, but I'm just gonna show you, even by holding these dumbbells by your side, I can see that I've added a little bit of load to this movement. This adds a little bit of a challenge. The next level would be to take one dumbbell, hold this up in a front rack position. And for those of you guys who don't really have that overhead mobility yet, this is where you're gonna where you're gonna live. And then finally, I'm gonna press on up overhead, belly and butt super tight, step, drop down, step, drop down. I'm gonna do 4 lunges with right arm overhead, and then I'm gonna do 4 to 5 lunges with the left arm overhead. Get out of breath when I talk about these things and move at the same time. What's important with the overhead lunges, guys, is just this position. Your arm is gonna go here, and if I lack this range, my body's gonna wanna arch a little bit in some way. So the key thing is to keep that rib cage down and that butt squeeze a little bit. That's gonna help me out. So again, guys, we're gonna do our 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps. What that is gonna look like is, 8 to 10 seated presses where I'm down here, hitting these sets. I'm going up all the way to 8, there we go. And then we're gonna rest a little bit, chill out, 30 to 60 seconds is needed. I'm gonna speed that up a little bit just so you guys don't have to wait around too long. And then we're gonna hit our 8 to 10 lunges. And what that's gonna look like, one arm locked out overhead, I'm just gonna alternate my lunges. I'm gonna hit 4. Keeping this elbow locked out all the way through. And then I'm gonna switch, get this arm up, this arm down. My left shoulder is a little stiffer than my right, so this is a little harder for me on this side. You may notice that one side's a little harder than the other. And then rest. We're gonna wash, rinse, repeat a couple more times. Hey guys, one more thing before you go. We have some free workouts we want to give to you. Some of our best of the best little videos and workouts on really how to move, be a better runner, improve your shoulder stability and strength, your hip stability and strength. All you need to do to get it is click this link in the video. If you happen to be on a mobile device, go ahead and click that link down in the description, and that'll take you right to that little product. Once you get there, it'll take you to a page. You can enter your name and email, and then I'll be able to personally send you those workouts. You definitely don't want to miss out on them. Of course, if you like this video, definitely let us know. Hit that like button. Any comments or questions, go ahead and drop them below in the comments section. Subscribe to our channel if you want more strength training videos like this, as well as videos on run workouts, on injury prevention, or really anything else. And guys, once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.